Today we're demonstrating how to install a Micom SW800. First we begin with the measurements of the door. This door is a 36-inch door, so you would add 3 inches to this door to make a 39-inch header. Then we get into the handing of the door. You always put your back to the door frame. Swing your arm with the door, so this door swings in, so this would be a right-hand pull. If the operator is mounted up here. If the operator is mounted on the exterior, this would be a right-hand push. So once you've received the product, you want to check the label, make sure everything's proper. So this is a right-hand pull, clear anodized, 39 inches long. Now let's open the product, make sure everything's right. We have our operator system here. You want to cut this cellophane off very gently so you don't cut the anodizing. The arm comes out of the bag. And you want to inspect the mechanism, make sure there's no blemishes on it. Looks pretty good. Let's get rid of this packaging. So take 2 1/4 screws out of the cover. Remove the cover. Inside, in the packaging, you should find the instruction manual, caution decal, your barrier-free symbol, and your Atom sticker. This is very important that you install this. This has all the instructions for the operator. This is your on-off hold console. This mounts inside the unit. You have to have this as well or the unit will not function. Next, we have to determine what type of fastener to use to mount the unit on the wall. You have machine screws for metal. You have tech screws, self-drilling tech screws for any kind of aluminum. Wood metal screws for drilling into wood. This is a smaller variety. This would be a Tapcon for masonry applications. So now we begin mounting this to the wall. We start with drilling fastener holes. Usually, depending on the substrate behind the drywall, you have steel studs, you have wood studs, you have masonry, you have a variety of different applications. So in this application, there's wood up there, but if you had wood studs you had to find, you meter them out with a stud finder, and then just measure different locations and drill accordingly in the extrusion. In this application, I can just drill a variety of holes wherever I like. You really generally want at least 2 or 3 on the end, on each end, and then a variety alternating up and down through the middle. You want to put in at least 6 to 10 screws in, depending on what you have. So now we're ready to install this unit. You want to address everything before you mount the operator on the wall, like is there a strike wire to be put in? Do you need to make preparations for the hydro connections? But other than that, we're not doing that in this location, so I'll just start fastening on the walls. We begin by, in this application, it's a pole mount, so this can go right on the wall, like so. If you're doing a push mount, you want to measure the reveal on this header and mark it out, and then do some pilot holes, so it would presumably go like that, and then secure it onto the metal header. Now, in the push application, you'd have to put some shims in behind here to prevent any rocking. Also, in this application, we look pretty good for level, but you always want to put a level up here just to make sure that it is straight, because there's nothing worse than getting it finished and it looks pretty crooked. You can pre-drill this as well. Now that the header is firmly secured and straight, we can now mount the gearbox. So it fits into the extrusion. There's some 1/4 nuts that you have to find. So it's always a good idea to have them in place before you try and put the operator in or you're searching for them. So I find it easiest to try this one first. I did say something about searching for it. There we go. So don't tighten it firmly, just leave it a little loose. And then you have some 1/4 screws from the bottom. They're nice because they're stainless steel. They're pretty strong and they don't rust. So just start them. The one on the back is an open hole. It doesn't have a thread. So you have to start the nut as you go. Now you're able to tighten everything. So these are 1/4 lock nuts. If you fasten this properly, it shouldn't become loose. And I put a second one up here just to kind of double nut it to make sure. You can actually use your wrench and tighten them up.